Hi, I'm Tim Arnold for the WEA, and I'm here at the Vauxhall Centre in Norwich, and I'm talking to Liam, who works for the County Council. So Liam, just tell us a little bit about the centre and what it does, the sort of clients it works with.
Yeah, the centre primarily deals with people with physical disabilities, but we also provide services for older people. Also, there's children's services here, Monday to Friday, and other organisations that hire rooms, such as people with Alcoholics Anonymous and mental health conditions. So it's a multifunctional resource unit.
Great stuff. And I mean, we're here particularly today looking at a WEA art class. Tell me what sort of what the learners, what the students get out of doing these kind of education activities.
Well, primarily the majority of them get great satisfaction out of the work they do. It gives them great stimulation and self-esteem, builds their confidence up, and in some cases their work does actually get displayed locally.
Okay, so it builds confidence and that sort of thing?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, always.
And what the learners that we're working with today, what are their particular needs?
Some learners have very high needs where they'll need a one-to-one support, whereby others will need occasional assistance. So it's how should we put it, a mixed bag today of what we've got to deal with.
Okay,
but worth doing though.
Yeah, and they're doing art, and you know how do you help them out with their drawing and their painting? Okay,
well, my role today is to support a customer who's got profound physical disabilities by assisting him by keeping hold of materials and guiding him with a brush, so that he can facilitate everything that he wishes to do.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much, Liam, for talking to us today.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
I'm Lenny, I'm a learning support assistant, and I've been working for the WEA for about 7 years with various classes, including this art class.
Okay, and what is it that the learners, you think, particularly get out of doing something practical like art?
Well, I just think in most of the subjects, but maybe, and including art, they just become, if the work that they produce looks lovely, so they just become more confident, I think. And they see that they can produce something really lovely and put it on their wall or whatever. And I think it's an enjoyable pastime whilst they're doing it. And then when they see the work, they're always pleasantly surprised, or sort of really surprised that it looks so good. So yeah, and for some people they physically find moving difficult. I had one boy who did the mosaics with me, and physically he found it very difficult to move his hands and things, but he could do it enough to make the mosaic. And then everybody, when he brought this home or showed his people in the centre, everybody was so impressed that, you know, it sort of gave him like confidence. So his poor movement, even despite that, he was able to make something which was really sort of skillful the way he'd done it.
So only bolster your confidence, really.
Yeah.
And do you work predominantly with students with special educational needs? Yes,
I mean that's really why I'm there. So for whatever reason, either physical or just to keep them on task or whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
but I don't actually do the work, I just help them to kind of keep on task or to do it themselves.
Sure, yeah.
So, you know, it's all their own work. They're sort of really proud because they've actually done it all. It's great. Well, I also work in a creative writing class, and I've really found that makes people suddenly value what they've done in their lives, and just writing, it's mostly life writing, so people write about past experiences. And some people who've been really quite quiet have suddenly found their voice. And then when it's all typed up and they've got pictures and everything, they just become really proud. And I think it's helped people to, I don't know, actually it's helped them with their relationships with other people in the group. There was one man who was quite picked on a bit by others, but then when he began to write something about his past and just proudly talk about it, it just made him looked at in a different way. And then perhaps people who've got disabilities, when they're writing about things that they could do, perhaps they didn't have them so severely when they were younger. When they're writing about things they did when they were younger, when they weren't so disabled, they somehow find themselves again and feel less depressed, and sharing that is just lovely.